Well, every girl knows you can't get by without your mum, but what if you had to move hundreds of kilometres away from each other?
That's the dilemma facing Kate Fox. She's torn between making a move with her partner and kids and leaving behind her family support network. Have a look at this.
We live in Victoria, but my partner of 6 years has always wanted to live on the Sunshine Coast. We have 3 beautiful children, Flynn, who is 5.5, Toby is 3.5 and Miller is 1. We had a pretty bad end to last year and my partner thinks that we need a fresh start. I've never wanted to move to the Sunshine Coast before now, as I have a fantastic support base here with my mum and mother-in-law and also many friends. My 90-year-old grandfather would make the move with us. Lately my partner has been pushing the point to move and I'm seriously thinking about it. The only thing that is holding me back is my support base, in particular my mum, as I don't think I could survive without them. I know my mum and mother-in-law will be devastated if we did go, as the children are their world. I would have to sell my house that we have worked really hard on, and I am worried that I will not get a house as much as I love this one. Our eldest son is due to start school next year and I feel under pressure to make a decision before he starts school. Joe, I would love you to give me some tips on how to make a decision, as it is keeping me awake at night, and also some tips from my mum on how to deal with it also.
Well, Kate joins us today from Melbourne, along with her mum, Sue. Welcome to you both.
And of course, Jo Lamble is here on the Council and Couch to offer her expert opinion. Morning, Jo. Now, Sue, we heard in that clip how Kate's feeling. What do you think about the prospect of this move?
Oh, pretty devastated, actually. Yes, I'll really miss my grandchildren. I feel I'll miss them growing up. I thoroughly enjoy my grandchildren. It possibly won't be as bad as I think, but at this point in time, I can't contemplate it without getting a bit teary, actually.
And Kate, you really feel torn, don't you? Because your partner wants to move to the Sunshine Coast and you're not so keen?
I'd really want to go, but the only thing that is stopping me is the mum and mother-in-law and family. But if it wasn't for that, then I would go, and I don't know if I'd cope without them, so...
I mean, how close is the family, actually? Are you with each other every other day or every weekend? Describe that to us.
Yeah, pretty much. We see Mum nearly every day. My mum's family's quite a large family, and we've always got family gatherings on, and there's about 50, is there? About 50 cousins and aunties and uncles, and we do a lot of stuff together there. But yeah, we see Mum every day, and my partner's mum, she's there every weekend to help out as well.
Kate, now I know Mum's sitting right next to you there, but
yep.
How much say does she have in your decisions?
Well, I know she's going to be devastated, and I know she'll have a big say in it, but yeah, I mean, I know in the end it's our decision, but I just don't know how to make that decision, and I don't know how Mum's going to
cope.
Cope. That's right. Yeah.
All right. Okay, let's bring Jo in here now. Jo, how do we help Mum cope, or do we? What's the decision process here?
Yeah, Kate, it must feel like an absolutely huge decision. There's a couple of things I want you to think about beforehand. Firstly, it's not just a decision about what's best for you, it's a decision what's best for your family. And by family, I mean your immediate family, your partner, yourself and your 3 kids. Yeah. Secondly, remember, no matter what decision you make, it's not set in concrete. Even though it might be difficult, or you could lose money or not get the exact same house, if you moved away and it didn't work out, you could move back. So take some of the pressure off yourself that this is just a, final decision here. Once you've accepted those 2 things, you and your partner need to sit down and think about what sort of lifestyle you want to create for your family. Ask yourselves, what sort of work-life balance do you both want to have? What do you want to do with your leisure time? What do you want to do on the weekends?
Yeah, that's exactly why we want to go to Queensland.
There you go. Then also consider how much you do and want to see your extended family and close friends, and then you look at the two options and you look at staying in Victoria or moving to the Sunshine Coast and see which one will allow you to create that lifestyle you want. It won't be a perfect fit, remember, it won't be perfect, but which one is the closest? If you follow that process, you will make the best decision for now, because there's no right or wrong decision. There's just the decision that's right for now.
Jo, Kate's worried about how her mum will cope. What's your advice for Sue, the mum?
Yeah, Sue, obviously we're all sitting here really feeling for you because you're so close to Kate and the children. But as a mum, you know that, your job is to raise Kate and raise your children so that they can be independent decision makers. It's wonderful to be close, but not for them to be totally dependent on you. So I don't know if it helps, but if you can tell yourself, wow, I've done a great job, I've raised a daughter with whom I'm really close, and that's going to always be the case, but she's also an independent decision maker. So I think I've done a really good job.
Sue, what are you thinking about all of that?
Well, I think you're right. I think you're absolutely right. It probably won't be as bad as we think. We'll have a nice place to go for holidays. And I think it's just that we do see the children every day and we're seeing them grow up. And I think what I'm concerned about is that I'll miss out on all of that.
So if I can
we won't be able to go up there a lot for holidays, but then of course we've got the internet and we've got the telephone and things like that to keep in touch. So
that's what I was going to say, Sue. It's really, the internet is wonderful. I would make sure you both set up a webcam so you can see your grandkids every day and they can see you. Can talk on the phone.
Right.
It's very different than it was in the past. You still, that's the wonderful thing about technology. It does keep people much closer than it used to.
Yes, it does definitely, and it definitely wouldn't be standing in their way. And it's just that I know Nanny will be devastated also, but probably ultimately it won't be as bad as we think it will be. And it's really Kate and Brian's decision. It's what they want to do too for their children and their future. So we have to just support them really all the way.
And so all you need to do is just picture the little baby crying just then and keep that thought close. Jo, thank you so much for your time. And Kate and Sue, we wish you all the best.
Thank you.
Okay, and if you'd also like to join Jo here on the Counselling Couch, just visit yahoo7.com.au/morning and follow the links.
I know a family that did this, and they just jump on the net every time those cheap airfares come up. Because airfares used to be hundreds and hundreds of dollars. Now you get them for $60 and $80. And there's a lot of movement between the families now, and the broadband, of course, makes it helpful. Thank you very much, Jo. Okay.
Well, coming up, the verdict on Australia's man drought. We sent one woman in her 30s and one in her 80s out on the town, not on the tiles, to see just how bad the problem really is.
You will not believe this. But first, Glenn's on his own Mission Impossible to get toned Hollywood-type legs.